What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Randy here, rtsmobile.com, bringing you a quick Friday video. Happy Friday. First of all, I've got the Friday shirt, keeping up with tradition here. I don't know if you guys have seen this one yet. It's fairly new, so happy Friday to you. Okay, let's get right into it. Today we're doing some videos on Warhammer Chaos and Conquest. I got a special request from my buddy, Damnimal. He's asked for some stuff on rituals, specifically combat related, would be cool. So that's what we're going to cover today. We're going to talk specifically about undivided troops on defense, okay? So there's about 50 topics I could cover with combat-related rituals. Today's is undivided troops for defense. So what's the best rituals and why? What are the best rituals? Well, military rituals has some good ones. You can skip demonic weapons and chaos armor for now. Again, I'll touch on it real quick. You can see they're not very efficient. While getting bonus damage, 10% bonus damage in armor is nice, they take a really long time to research. So if you have nothing else to research, start these. But if you have other stuff to research, there will be better value. Okay, so the top number one ritual in the game for defense is Feel No Pain, which provides up to 40% health for all your troops. So at keep level 22, it can provide 20% health to all your troops. Super key, best ritual in the game for defense, hands down. You gotta get it, okay? Hardened Resolved is also pretty good. You can gain 40% morale for all your troops, Undivided and Chaos specific. So this is also very key, that way your troops don't break during defense and run away while skipping an attack stat. Really, really important. Okay, Great Invasion. This is also nice. This can give you up to 8% damage bonus. You have to be keep level 24 to even start getting it. So if you're down here, go ahead and get it. But otherwise, a lot of you players like me won't be seeing that for a few months. Champion rituals are next. There's not really a whole lot of defensive champion rituals here. They're mostly for attack. So we're going to move on to the next category. Defensive rituals. These are good. This is going to be where we're spending a few minutes of our time today in the video. Hell cannons right now are literally completely useless. I wouldn't waste your time researching these unless you need. They do provide good experience. So if you need champion experience for an event, then this is going to be good for you to get. Okay, reinforced fortifications. This is key for your defenses, for your fortifications. So this gives your defenses, your traps, your defensive traps bonus armor, which is nice. When you have 170,000 troops, 170,000 traps like I do. You can see how 40% bonus on those would be pretty significant. You're basically getting another, 60,000 traps worth of stats to soak. So, if your defenses are maxed out, get your defenses, get them up. Okay, reinforcement limit is nice. It's not really a huge deal. You want it to be higher level than mine, that's for sure. But it's not the end of the world if it's level 4 out of 5. Okay, so what else is key? Let's get down to warping defenses, which you can see me upgrading now. Again, this is bonuses to my defense. This is the most valuable defensive bonus because it gives health, and you want to really soak a lot. So again, I'm just upgrading this right now myself. You can really make a difference with lots of traps. Savage defense as well. This gives attack stat to your defense. Really, your defenses aren't dealing much damage compared to your other troops. They're pretty worthless. So I'm not really prioritizing the damage of my defense until later. Will it make a little difference if I max it out? Maybe I'll kill another couple thousand troops. Sure, great. And that same thing applies. Aggressive defense. This is again for damage for your defenses. What I do want to talk about here, which is really nice, is this encampment combat bonus. So this is for your encampment, okay? Because when enemies attack your encampment and not your fortress, you don't get sabotaged. So this is key. This gives all your troops in your encampment a lot more bonus power. This is bonus everything, okay? Just combat bonus, it's an overall stack. Really key. One of the most valuable encampment defensive rituals. Alright, let's move on down here. We've got Resilient Defense that gives bonus armor. This is going to be nice to get. I haven't got it yet, but I'll be working on that soon. And then, of course, as you move down the line, you have Defensive Tunnels, which are just insane. Again, this is kind of overpowered for higher level keeps, but it gives a 40% combat bonus when defending your fortress. So, in addition to sabotage, if you have this ritual, the enemy's troops will be negated by 25%, and your troops will be boosted by 40%, in addition to your other items. The next item we're going to talk about is command rituals, okay? There's not a whole lot here in command. There's a couple. Let me find the encampment militia. This is another piece of the encampment. This is actually stacked with the other encampment bonus. So you can have an additional 20% encampment bonus for a total of 60% bonus in your encampment if you maximize this. Again, you can see at keep level 22, I can only get 5%. So is it useful? Sure. Is it game breaking until later on? Not really. But it is a good thing to have. Okay, the other thing you want to do is make sure you have your healing speeds maxed out, because these are super key. Help regen those troops really quick. So don't forget your healing speeds 1 and 2. I got to maximize 2. It's not up there just yet, but you can see I'm working on it. With these combined, you have 75% faster troop healing. So don't neglect your healing speeds. Where are we at? Okay, down to battle rituals. Here we go. Now we're getting into it. I'm not going to go through every ritual here, but I'll hit on a couple. You can see I'm working on maximizing as many as I can. It takes some time, okay? But for monsters, for example, you want to have all of your things for monsters here maxed out. Okay, I haven't gotten to the morale yet. That's coming up soon. But you want to maximize your armor, your damage, your health, right? Your melee damage here, your health bonus here, super key. Okay, so definitely get all that stuff. But what I want to do for a quick second here is talk about these three here. Find, cover, sabotage, and show no mercy in the battle rituals. These are all insanely key, okay? Find cover. If your troops break, okay, this is great. So if your troops break, they get a defense bonus, 25% defense bonus, which is massive, okay? You've got to have this, because when your troops break, you're taking 50% more damage. Okay, so that's key. The next item is sabotage. This is one of the most valuable defensive rituals in the game, because it just straight up negates enemy troops by 25% stats. Okay, the wording's a little confusing with watchtower defense bonus, but basically this is maximized. I believe you can maximize it by keep level 20 or 21, and once it's maximized, you get 25% stat reduction from attackers, which is insane. And show no mercy, this is really more for offense, although it can apply on defense if the attacker's losing. This will give you bonus damage against broken units. Not super key for defense, but it's not useless either. So, okay. And then you've got every last man here down at the bottom. And this gives undivided troop health bonus of 25%. So between this and your other ritual, you can have 65% health bonus, right? And then if you have also your specific troop health bonus rituals done by keep level 26, you can have an additional 40%, bringing you to 105% bonus health for your troops, which is really big. So don't skimp on the health. Okay, down to demonic rituals. This is mainly God-specific stuff, so we're not going to really get into this. This will be a separate video when we talk about God-specific. Okay, the last section is unholy rituals. These have a couple good ones as well. Let's just jump right down to that. You can see I need to upgrade a couple of these still. I'm a little bit behind, but drinking hole capacity you want to have leveled up. I don't have it yet, but you can have an additional 75,000 troops in your drinking hole, which is good for reinforcements. Again, this is stuff I'm working on leveling up. It's not my biggest priority, but I am working on it. And then the last ritual we'll touch on today is Unholy Determination. So that gives you morale for your undivided troops. 35% bonus morale for your undivided troops. If you have all of your morale things maxed out, all your troops should be at basically 100 morale, which means none of your troops will break while defending, which is extremely important. Because if your troops break, the broken effect means that they skip a combat turn, they run away, they take bonus damage from ranged attack from the enemy, and they miss out on a whole damage phase. So you literally lose a third of your damage from, if you lose one out of 3 waves of your damage, lose a third of your damage and take bonus casualties. So morale's big. So that's it. I guess I'll touch real quick while I'm on defense here about the traps you want to use. You can see I have all grasping barricades, even though I'm keep level 23, and I'll tell you why. It's because I've got the defense salvage at 80%. Okay, grasping barricades don't have a whole lot worse stats than razor walls. Okay, so really, I'd rather use grasping barricades. That way, when I take casualties, I regenerate all these. So my 170,000 troops, my grasping barricades come back at 80%. So I come back with whatever 140,000, whatever that comes out to be. I only lose 20, 30,000 per hit. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Again, don't forget your health. It's super key. Your morale is good, and then your armor is pretty valuable. So make sure you knock all those out with your defensive rituals. Thanks for watching. Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe.